As we travel to new and unknown places, it's our own job to listen, learn, give back, and take something away. It's important to me that my kids broaden their horizons and learn about others' perspectives by being immersed in it. It's why I cherish travel so much. Our next adventure takes us to Northern Ontario. There are two things that have remained consistent since I was in diapers: fishing and being on camera. I shared the screen with my uncle, my mom, and my dad.
A year ago,
In 2008, I launched my own fishing show called Hookin' Up. This was a journey that reignited my own passion for the world that I was brought into. Now it's time to pass down all the life lessons and share this world of fishing with the next generation. As a mom. Yesterday, we embarked on a very long road trip, about 7-8 hour road trip, which, with a 1 and 4-year-old doesn't come without its challenges. That said, my kids do pretty well because this is what they've experienced since, day one. So just a ton of snacks and a couple of stops, but it was really fun, being in the car and blasting some music and doing that whole thing. And the reward, as always, is that you end up in a new spot. And today we're in Manitoulin Island. Today is more of a hardcore day because we had to put our alarm at 4:30 a.m. So, that's not like an easy day trying to ease them into fishing. That's like, guys, you're coming on the adventure with me and you just need to learn to do it. And they did a really good job actually so far, no crying, they're pretty happy to be out. So we took quite a bit of a drive out to here. This beautiful body of water with the sun rising. And we're gonna meet up with the chief and a couple of guides. So we're being treated pretty awesome so far. And they're gonna take us out fishing.
I'm also cold.
You're also cold? Well, I got a jacket for you. Do you know that we're going for pike, which you've never fished before, right? They've got big teeth. Did you know that?
Pike?
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, I'm Marika.
Yeah, I'm Luke.
Luke.
Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you.
This is one of my guide, Lauren.
Lauren.
Yeah, and this is Gimma Pelty.
And I'm Duke.
Duke.
Yeah, Luke and Duke.
Luke and Duke
Yeah.
and Lauren.
Yeah.
Okay, great. This is Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Grrr.
Oh yeah, and you'll hear a lot of that today.
Yeah.
There's a lot of growling. And what's your name?
Yeah.
Yale.
Yale.
Yeah.
Oh, great to meet you, Yale.
Duke.
Yep.
Tiger's gonna be trying to drive your boat a lot, so
Oh, yeah.
we apologize in advance.
No problem.
How long have you had this boat for?
A year.
Oh, fresh.
Yeah, very fresh. And I guess the biggest benefit is that everybody has a nice seat.
Like, no kidding. Like, again, we're coming fresh off a bass boat. Where,
Yeah.
like, sitting is not the priority here, right? No, this is an incredible setup for us.
We had a group of folks, my children, my wife, we were out here in about an hour. We pulled out about 20 pikes. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it was perfect time.
Wow.
But it's usually like that. But
Yeah.
they
It really hits.
They
and then
hit, yeah.
and then it right away. Look, guys, look at the sun. Look at this. This is so epic.
We can stroll through here, take one pass through, and likely get hooked up right away.
Okay.
When I was still in elementary school, I actually spent the whole summer out at a camp alone. And at my aunt's camp, and there was a canoe, a rod, and every so often they'd come and check on me, make sure that I had some food supplies, but I would just be out there all day catching fish, and that's how I spent my one summer.
Oh, what an incredible experience to kind of like get to know yourself, right?
Oh, and it was lots of soul searching at that
Right?
time, yeah.
Yeah. So are we setting the hook, or does it? Are you literally just having to take it over?
It'll set by itself, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, it's a little next level of ready because I feel pumped and ready, but also I know that in that moment when it buzzes, I might have to also go save my son from jumping in the boat. So I feel an extra level of my brain is in like a million different places right now. It's all good.
Right on. You got it right on line. Go this way, Tiger.
Most satisfying look. Okay, so we tried trolling for pike to start off as the sun was rising. Didn't catch anything that way. We'll probably go back to that, but what we've done now is we've come up to this piece of island and we've anchored and we're just casting now. And apparently there's some pike, there's some bass, but also it's just nice to be on the end of the boat here and casting.
Where we're at here is Wequampong-Unceded Territory, and this is the largest First Nation community in Northern Ontario.
Okay.
So what's unique about this community here, we're the only recognized First Nation community that has never signed a treaty with Canada.
Oh, whoa, that's interesting.
There are other places who are unceded territories. However, what makes us unique is there was a treaty that the government said took place. However, our people were opposed and they were excluded from those discussions. It's definitely a long journey that been trying to compel the federal and provincial governments to return the islands and the lands back to our people so that we can truly become self-determined.
One of my favorite things about fishing is that you can build strong relationships with the people you're with in a short amount of time. In our everyday, we are constantly surrounded by the background noises and tension. On the other hand, when we are out in the water, we can be at peace with each other and learn the most inner voices of one another.
In our approach here in Wequampong, that we want our neighbors to also come and experience our homelands and hear the correct history of our people or the plight of our people. And we've been actively doing that for a number of years and making significant investments. Look, hey.
Is it one on? Yeah, go. Hold on to it tight and reel. Keep going, girl. Yep, you can. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. It's on, girl. It's on. Keep it tight. Okay? Keep going, girl. That's it, girl. That's it. Yes, you got it, girl.
Look at it.
Yes.
There's
Yeah,
even bigger
don't.
one there.
Okay.
Look at them.
Okay, keep going.
3 of them.
Okay.
Can you hold me?
Good job, girl.
You do it.
Wow. Okay. Ah! Ew! Yeah! Yeah! Girl, look what you got.
No,
A smallmouth bass.
I see.
Oh, this is so cool. It was such a proud moment seeing Yale reel in a bass on her own rod. She is so quickly developing her fishing skills, and when she starts to get bites on, we can hardly get her off the boat. She nearly always wants to keep fishing. Confidence is something that can be built through fishing and be applied to the rest of life. To watch Yale in real time build her confidence is reassuring to me as a mother. Her knowing that she can face any challenge is one of the most important things.
Almost half your size.
I mean, this feels pretty good, eh? Yale? Like, this is an amazing day of bass
I'll do
fishing.
another one.
Already? Come on. So what have we caught so far? You've caught 2 bass, right?
You got one bass.
I've caught 2 actually, too.
No, you got one.
Oh. Well, we're gonna have to play back the footage and see what we got. But what do you think about today? This is your first, incredibly, this is your first real day of bass fishing, like out on a boat. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm. But a little scared of the big fish.
Right. So you're just not ready to like really hold the fish yet, but you did every single other
I
thing.
can only hold a little fish.
Right.
This tiny fish.
That's why we took you out for bluegills, because that's like perfect for a little kid. But the thing is you're learning so much so quickly that we had to upgrade you to the next species.
No, like this. Hold it.
I know.
I
what you
want
mean.
to hold it like Dad does.
Well, different types of fish you hold different types of ways. With bass, you just lip it like that. I'll tell you that. You'll learn. Obviously, you're learning so quickly. You're gonna learn.
Let's go
Okay,
fish.
let's go get
Let's
another
go
one.
fish. Let's go fish.
Twist it up.
We're good.
Good cast. Nice cast.
He's a small bedroom. Look, this one. Whoa, look at him, girl. Got him. Yeah, cool, right? Let's hear some music, Tiger. Let's hear it. No. Nice. It's day 2 of fishing, and we have a different goal today. We want to catch something for a clay bake, which is a traditional way of making fish. And this is kind of tied into one of Yale's requests. One of her passions is cooking and baking. And so when she heard about the opportunity to do something local and cooking, she was all about it. So we're going to go for lake trout. And I guess the goal is to catch at least one lake trout that we can cook for lunch. And we're still on beautiful Lake Huron and different boat today. It'll be interesting to see how that goes with Tiger mostly, but we're pretty excited. We're gonna go out with Luke, who is part of tourism. He's big into fishing himself, and he's lived here his whole life as well. So I think we'll learn a lot more, just as we did with Duke. We'll be learning a lot with Luke. Pretty cool, eh, Tiger? Okay, look at me, girl. Okay, look up.
Well, what we're going to do is we're fishing lake trout. We're going to fish a deep, a slow troll. We're in about 130 feet, 140 feet. So we'll be basically kissing the bottom using spoons. Today will be all about using spoons, and we'll have a flasher fly up a little higher at about 80 feet to try to bring in a salmon or two. So we're using a lot of greens. This is the lake trout killer, the black and white ladderback. It's awesome. And then the greens, we'll run these off the bottom. We'll switch up our patterns as we go along, and we'll run them right off the bottom and see how we do.
Well, Luke, it's been a gorgeous day so far. I'm very
Beautiful.
grateful for the weather. Fishing is slow so far, but that's what makes it exciting when you get one on.
That's right.
And the kids are doing pretty good. Having some timbits and some sparkling. Oh, spoke too soon. But I mean, this is a pretty good boat for them. It's keeping Tiger from jumping out into the water, which is nice.
Fish out. Here you go.
Right, okay,
There you go.
I'm coming.
There you go. There we go.
This is exciting.
Ooh. Tangle on the other line. Come over to the right.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, we got a fish, Tiger. We got a fish. Yes, Tiger. Yale, can you come hold on to Tiger?
No.
I've got Tiger here.
You go.
Okay.
Alright. This is something else.
Is it?
There you go.
This is not a regular fight?
No. You have it to the left a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna get them yet. Right in the middle of the boat.
Here he is.
There he comes.
Guys, we got a fish! Yeah! Is it a lake trout?
The lake trout.
Alright! First lake trout, guys! Woo! Oh, guys! and pumpkin. What do you think? Sweet.
Look at that.
That was a really fun fight. That was really fun. I mean, it was strong. Catching that lake trout was a huge success for us. Going out in the water, you never fully know if you're going to come away with a fish. To come away with a beautiful lake trout to cook for a clay bake later that day was a huge relief. Luke is also a dad and was a true natural with not only getting us a fish, but giving the kids a positive experience on the water. As we were getting back to land, we got a call from Kev back home in BC with some big news.
So I had some repeat guests out, and the legend himself, Pete Peters, NHL goalie. So it was interesting. It was his turn up. We were anchored in an area, and we had 4 rods out, and the outside rod got a bump, and so all the guys were kind of hanging out, sitting down, and I went over right away because it was a bump, and then it went down, and I grabbed it, and I passed it over right away, and I said, "Pete, hold on tight." This fish was about 20 to 30 minutes, but heavy, right? Like, rod is bent, not moving. There's 2 calculations the province does. One of them, this fish was over 1,300 pounds. The other calculation they use is about 900 pounds. And so the previous biggest fish was 11'4" to the fort, which was actually caught, I think 3 years ago. It was a virgin fish. This ended up being 11'6.5". Virgin, and you know, I've done a lot of advocating over the last decade plus on sturgeon and trying to help them and bring awareness to some issues that can help with their sustainability, and for that day, for that moment to happen, it was very special. You know, we sat there and we watched this fish, you know, sort of mosey on out and go back to the depths of the Fraser River, and it was a pretty incredible moment. It's quite a special fish, and yeah, I think when I get some time off, I'll look more into trying to get it verified and world record. But you know, I've been in sturgeon a long time. I know what we had, and it's pretty special. And he's swimming somewhere around here, I think.
Great job.
So what we're using here is plantain leaf. So what we do is we lay a base, start off by laying a base down, leaf. What you want to use is make sure the inside is facing towards the meats. And it's clay here. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay it down here and flatten it out in the middle.
Yeah, what kind of texture does it feel like? Mushy?
Mushy, eh?
So back in the day, they would use clay then?
Yeah, as it was abundant. We have it, it's right in the water. It's
Right.
local.
Super accessible.
Yeah, all of this is harvested locally within our trails in the water here.
Yeah.
So with the clay, it just helps keep it moist while it's cooking. And it
Oh,
also
that's what it
shields
does.
and then it shields it from drying out as well.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of the style is based on pre-colonial.
Okay.
Yes, so we're trying to incorporate more of a traditional feel.
You want to place that big piece on there, girl?
You put the big piece down, go side by side, okay? There's a little sticky.
A great tool for immersing yourself in not only a place, but a culture, is food. Yale is passionate about cooking and baking, so it's exciting to see her use her passion to learn something new.
All right, and now we're ready to put it on the fire.
What are you preparing here?
What our staples were, as Anishinaabe people, mostly were whatever was around.
Yeah.
There was some farming done, so primarily it was corn, beans, and squash. So that's what I'm preparing now. So this was generally the way we did it, just open fire concept, and what we used as a grill, we just used simply flat rocks.
Oh yeah, incredible. I've never seen that before. This Manitoulin trip was very special because it exposed Yale and Tiger and I to so much unknown. Everything was new, the people were new, the culture was totally new, the food was new, and actually the fishing was new too. We've never been for lake trout as a family, so really special, really unique. I haven't been expecting Yale, who's only 4, to be on such a trajectory so quick. I guess it truly is, sounds cliche, but it's in her blood. She is taking on this fishing thing so seriously to the point where I was trying to cast the rod for her a couple of times and she was saying, "No, Mom, I'm doing it." And sure enough, every time she did it, she was going farther and more accurate. And to the point where she literally took her own pink rod, cast it out, hook set when she felt a bite, and reeled in her own smallmouth bass. That's totally beyond my expectations. So, total proud mom moments. And I'm just loving that she's being exposed to other worlds outside of her own. And Tiger is coming along for the ride. He's a wild, wild boy, but he's been a part of almost everything we've done so far. So it's pretty cool.